Hey y'all, welcome to Wesley Makes Things. Today we're going to be looking at some more body cam footage. Full disclosure, this is actually the second body cam video that I'm recording today. The previous one is going to be linked somewhere up here. That situation did not involve children, and I thought it might be interesting for us to take a look together at one that does. Now, I will say right up front, I know nothing about this situation other than the title. The title this is from Law and Crime Network. I'm going to link their video down below. Please go check it out on their channel and then come back here and we're going to watch together and kind of dig into some things. The title of this is Pregnant Mom Starved, Neglected Her Kids While Dad Claimed He Was Jesus, Police Say. So it sounds like definitely we've got kids involved, and I'm going to go out on a limb and guess we're going to be talking a lot about mental health and how that can impact child welfare and what that looks like. It is kind of a long one, I think, so let's jump in. And just heads up, I will try to keep the pausing to a minimum just because of the length of the video. Y'all know me at this point. I pause, I talk, I'm super chatty. I can't help it. And one of the things that I will do, hopefully this is a really well-handled interaction professionally. I ask a lot of questions and I get kind of nosy. So if there's anything that they don't bring up that stands out to me, I'll just kind of mention that as we go along. All right, with all that being said, let's jump in.
What's going to happen right now is you're actually going to be arrested. What? Yep, and I'm going to explain to you what's going on. Okay, but first you're going to go with this officer.
So we know right away it's something significant enough that they are making
A pregnant
an arrest.
Florida mother of 2 is arrested for child neglect after her young children were found starving, dirty, and could barely speak.
They actually tried to take food off the shelves and just leave the store because they said they were so hungry. We fed them twice already.
Last week, authorities arrested 36-year-old Cassie Quick on charges of child neglect. According to the Marion County Sheriff's Office, their deputies received a 911 call about reports of a man screaming in a local Dollar Tree that he was both Jesus and the devil while his children screamed for help. Authorities say that man was the husband of Cassie Quick, who left her children in her husband's care while she went to work, despite knowing he had been experiencing worsening mental health episodes. According to reports, when deputies found the children, they were covered in a layer of dirt. They were starving, and the children said they had never been to school, didn't know their own birthdays, and only knew their first names. Body cam video obtained by Law and Crime captures deputies speaking with Quick outside the store. She's seemingly unfazed by the deputy after he says her husband will be Baker acted, meaning taken into custody for a mental health evaluation.
But yeah, he's been Baker acted, so he's gonna be mad for a while, especially with me.
Her response makes me think it's not the first time that's happened.
I told him it's just going to be a matter of time before something like this happens. I mean, if it's a wake-up call for him, it's a wake-up call.
Or she's known that it was coming, one or the other. I just want to add here, I didn't mean to pause it there at like internet issue. Her reaction to that could go a couple of different ways. It could be, like I said, that it's not the first time that it's happened, or like it possibly sounds like from what she's saying, she recognized that there was an escalation in his behaviors and that either it was likely he was going to be something like Baker acted or that he needed to be in some kind of treatment. That would be my guess based on that reaction. Let's continue.
Not happy about it either. Yeah, I know damn well he's not happy about it, but
Oh no, he was calling me all sort of stuff. But I don't take it personal. I know he's not in the right mindset, and I know he's upset.
I really hope that they can reach him and they can do something.
So at least they'll keep him there for 3 days. That's the most they can do. It's up to him after that if he wants to get that.
What's going to happen with the car? Because I can't take it home or nothing. I don't have anybody to drive it. I'm not going to tell you.
You cannot drive. So you're an adult. Once we're done and you call Uber, then you figure out who can come pick up the car. Okay?
That's a challenging situation.
Just remember to call
when
Uber.
you do not have access to your own transportation, it does create the possibility for some unhealthy dynamics to form.
What about my lunch? Come on, homie.
We'll go get you a Happy Meal, buddy.
Once we're done, call Uber. Okay? You have the car keys, right?
I have the car keys, yeah.
So just remember, call Uber.
I don't want to make any wild assumptions off of her behavior right now,
It is.
but I do find her demeanor interesting.
Not me personally. I mean,
Oh, she's not in trouble.
I'm not the one
She's
in
good.
trouble.
Not yet.
Looks like it though.
But little did Quick know she would later be in trouble. A short while later, additional deputies arrive on scene, as well as a Department of Children and Family Services case investigator who questions her about her husband's mental health.
Okay, so we've got CPS coming in
Thank you,
for
brother.
the
I know you guys
investigation.
were recently working with Mr. Carr and is that right? Yes. Okay. Yeah, we were part of the whole program for a short time. Yep, I seen that, and there was some engagement with
They've had CPS history before,
for mental health concerns for Dad.
and it was mental health.
Concerns with Dad, yeah. Okay, and I see that he dropped out of that.
It was in treatment and he dropped out.
Had him on lithium orotate.
This is an
Like, for a short
unfortunately
time,
very
was
common
actually taking
cycle.
treatments. Okay, but I've noticed over the past month, like recently the past month, he's gotten downhill drastically, like just the last month. Well, the case was just open last month, right? It was just, I think, like almost 2 months ago. Okay. So yeah, and then
So he dropped probably right after the case was over.
He was doing better. Okay. He was still having episodes, but it wasn't
He was
bad.
still having episodes and dropped out of
He just started
treatment.
going downhill again. So, was he taking lithium in the last 2 months? He was taking lithium in the last 2
My
months.
guess,
And then he
because they're
stopped
asking
taking it.
about lithium, is that
No,
he's
I mean, as of
diagnosed
this
with
morning.
bipolar disorder. That's just a guess, but lithium's a common
it's not
first-line
strong enough or
treatment.
it's not effective. He needs real medicine. He needs real medicine. That's what he needs.
How long has he had these mental health concerns?
He was diagnosed probably about 6 years ago. Yeah, and this was whenever we lived in Pittsburgh. And it wasn't that bad back then. I've been with him for 11 years. It was never this bad. And like he let himself go. He just, because he didn't look as disheveled as he was.
I haven't seen him or talked to him today yet.
I'm just telling you as his wife.
Okay.
He's not properly taking care of himself. And I don't have any concern with the kids.
I don't have any
He'll take
concern
care of
with
the
the
kids for
kids.
himself. I've known him for 11 years, and so
That's a red
I've never
flag.
had any concerns with that. It's just right now, I know what you're gonna say.
Yeah.
With his mental health, I get it. Yeah.
I mean, I have concerns for this situation right here.
Yeah.
Obviously, I mean, you can't just have the kids in public saying that they're being kidnapped and dad's having a manic episode.
Well, I didn't hear that little tidbit. Yeah.
And you're telling me that this has been going downhill. He's been going downhill.
Just recently, last month, it's like every day, it's like negativity and him talking about the same thing, about him being persecuted and targeted.
The deputy steps away for a bit to check
The
on Quick's
CPS
husband while the
person
caseworker
in
and
me
deputy continues speaking
Desperately
with her.
wants to lay
How
eyes
we
on these
doing, William?
children right now.
Are we calm now? Are you calm? You okay?
You
Okay,
can
man.
see just in his eyes, he's not doing well.
You're not being arrested, William. You're not going to jail, okay? You're going to a hospital. That's it. You're mad at me, and all I'm doing is taking care of you because I care for you, and I believe you really need help. That's it, okay? I know you're mad at me. You can be mad at me. There's nothing I can do. I'm just trying to help you, okay? And I want you to understand that.
But you know the people. That,
I do not know the people that you're talking
I
about.
see it in you.
You, that's fine, man.
But buddy, I'm 53 years old. I'm full of the Holy Spirit. I see your Holy stuff.
You see what?
I see you know some stuff you're holding on.
I'm not.
No, I see it in your eyes. I have the gift of discernment. that.
That's fine. Maybe you're seeing something I don't.
I'm seeing whatever you're holding in.
That's fine, man.
You're holding some stuff back. You know some people.
I don't.
If you want to do me a favor.
Yeah. I even found your car keys for your wife. I gave it to her.
I'm not.
I
trying to
really,
bully you. I'm
at
just
least
letting you
so
know.
far,
Just
like
letting
how the
you know.
officer is
fine.
handling this interaction.
Fine. I'm not saying you're lying.
I could run the mental health. I could help people with mental health.
Okay, so whenever you go there, prove them that, and then you'll be out of there in no time.
But if you want to make this about my mental health and not go to investigating the people who are abusing me,
Okay.
then you're abusing your position as authority.
I'm not, man. I'm just doing my job the best I can.
The best you can is not,
Yes, sir.
is not trying to put me in a dusty file as the guy with mental health issues when I'm actually...
No, I'm not trying to do that. I'm just
when
trying to
actually
help.
the victim.
That's fine with him. I'm not gonna get into an argument with you, okay,
Because
man?
you can't.
Alright.
When
That's fine. I
with
was just.
people, especially when they are in a possibly delusional state. Again, I don't know this gentleman. I can only see from the perspective of this one interaction with this one officer. But my experience has said when people are not in the same reality that you are, when they are focused on other things that have, maybe are fantastical or are, whatever the case may be, and are not the situation currently at hand, there's only so much that you can do, and sitting and arguing with someone is absolutely not going to help you. You can't just convince them that reality is something other than what they're experiencing. So sometimes you have to approach it a different way, and it is, unfortunately, it can seem kind of cold, but it is shutting down a little bit and sort of reframing things back to the present moment from a place of kindness and a place of, he's being polite and professional and courteous, but he is also being very straightforward that we're not going to have an argument. That's not what we're talking about right now. Right now, we have to focus on this. And I appreciate the way he's handling that.
Just checking on you.
So what's the delay right now?
Huh?
What's the delay?
We'll be moving in a bit, okay? I'll be back.
I just want to know, what's the plan here? I got my car parked over there with the windows open.
That's fine. Your wife is gonna take care of that.
She doesn't have a driver.
That's fine. She's gonna figure it out. I already talked to her about it, okay?
So I'm not in the know.
Huh?
I'm not being put in the know about anything that's going on.
No, I'm telling you what's going on, man.
With my children and my wife.
Your wife and your children are gonna be going home. Why would they be in trouble?
How are they going to go home?
She told me she's gonna figure it out. Your wife did. Okay?
How come I can't communicate with her? How come I was put in the back seat of the car and talk?
Because you're gonna be transported to a mental health facility.
As if I'm the problem.
I'm not saying you're the problem. I'm trying to get you help. That's it. Okay?
Back with Quick, the caseworker tells her she's concerned the children are left with her husband and aren't in school.
Did you have these issues and concerns?
I really want to know how old
in
these
another
kids
state?
are. I don't
Was all
think
this
they
happening
said.
as well?
It was less back
Okay.
then. It was nothing like what it was now. Like in the past, month and a half, we've had so many conversations about me trying to get him to go get help and arranging times where we go out and talk to someone. And I always try not to make it so he's the problem. I'm just like, look, I'm just here to support.
I wonder what their
you.
support
I want you
system
to be there
locally
for
is
your
like.
kids,
She mentioned already
but
that
it's
they
always someone
came
else and it's never his
either
fault.
from out of, I think from out of state, or it might have just been a different city, but I think it's a different state.
Like early,
So I wonder if she's got anyone else here to leave the kids with besides him, especially if he's got mental health issues to that level. I'm curious if he is able to successfully hold a job down or not.
I don't know what the officer's name was, but yeah, he was like a same situation where he was ranting down the street, and the kids were with me, and a neighbor seen him and called, and an officer came out. So it was like the same situation.
So what is kind of your plan right now with him?
Hers?
Well, if he's taking out, just text me. I should just have to give the daycare.
I'm gonna make a
I
phone
learn how to
call.
drive.
Daycare isn't gonna accept them though. They're 7 and 10 years old.
They're 7 and 10. Okay, so they need school that these kids haven't gone to. That's a different
Obviously,
level.
they can't be left with dad. My concern
I
for you
wonder
is
if
that you
they've
are
ever
leaving them
attended
with
school.
dad, knowing that he's actively having episodes. So that
I
on
don't have
your,
another option now.
I understand, but that on your end is not the best interest of your children. I see where you're coming from, and it is a hard position to be in because you still got to work to provide for your kids. But dad's also having manic episodes and can't manage.
I wonder if they left a support
So
system
putting the
to
kids
move
in
here, or just how they ended up here in general.
My concern right now is we need to find some kind of safety plan for you that either you can live with them or they can move into your house or the kids can be with them while you're at work. But we got to come up with some arrangement because it can't be dad. Because this is now, from what you're telling me, there was already an episode, you said, what, a week ago? That was undocumented with us. However, you also have a
With history.
case that has been open with the same situation. So you're now telling me this is 3 known incidents within a month and a half.
But when he's not in episodes, he's intelligent. He's
I'm sure he is.
fine.
I'm not saying that he's not,
I know.
but you don't know when they're coming. And they're not managed right now.
They're not going right now.
So,
And I'm not telling him.
and I can understand that feeling too. He's also pregnant. Okay. Okay.
Help with that as well.
Okay. And obviously, okay. I mean, that's stuff that we can assist you with. We can help you with. Do you have any insurance right now through your
I do.
job or Medicaid?
Yeah, I do.
Do the kids have Medicare?
Yeah.
Do you guys have food stamps?
No.
Okay. When you were in with the HOPE program, what did they assist you with?
They asked me what we needed. At the time, we were still building on our lot.
Okay.
So they referred me to like Habitat for Humanity.
Okay.
They just asked about overall well-being. How's he? And at the time, he was doing better, so I had hope that he would be better. So, and then after the second or third call, and I was completely forthright with her. I mean, if there was anything going on, I would have told her. You know, and I was on track with homeschooling kids at the time because he was better. You know, and
So he stopped participating in his treatment, and at the same time, she stopped participating in
I said, okay.
her
With them never
resource
being in
help,
school,
her
do you
support.
have any documentation that you have homeschooled them and they've taken any of the testing?
They were on ABC Mouse for a while, and then Adventure Academy, we had canceled that subscription because they were just playing on the games instead of doing the actual learning curves for it.
Okay.
So, I mean, I'm sure if I dig around, I could probably find something like that, but we've just been doing it out of the book. So I have all of what the kids have written down in books and stuff.
Okay. So I don't know exactly what they're going to require from you. I know that they do monitor here in Florida by testing.
Every state's different as far as how they approach verifying that homeschool children are actually being educated. Some states do more than others. I'm not going to comment on my own state. However, I do appreciate when states actually follow up on the kind of education that they're receiving, if they're actually receiving education, because unfortunately, often they're not.
That's why I leaned on him.
So now what?
Husband and wife, you know.
Do you have anybody we can contact to conduct a safety plan with? that they would be willing to assist
What's
you
your
in this
support
area.
like?
I don't really know any of my neighbors.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm just not myself.
You gotta help them because the only other option right now is if you don't have the help and quit your job, you're not gonna have any source of income. You can't provide for the children. I need you to help me. Okay? I need you to help me with a family member, a friend, a neighbor, somebody that can help you. I mean, maybe my neighbor. Okay.
Then the case investigator tells Quick if her husband doesn't get help, he won't be allowed to be near the children.
Are they gonna help?
I really like the way this investigator's handling things too so far.
Yep.
Like, the follow-up help has to come from the support system. He has to either one help or you have to make him get it. And what we're trying to say is if you can't make him get it, then he can't be in the kid's life. That's the bottom line. Because that he is not safe to fit to be a parent. And so if you allow him to come back and you don't get him help, and you can't force help on him, then you're definitely not lose your kids.
Because that's now showing that you aren't protecting your children.
So you've got a choice to make. Basically.
Why would I lose the kids?
Because
I'm
you're
not-
allowed, you have to
Oh,
keep,
allowing
you have
him,
to, you have to,
allowing him to come. Okay. I get it.
you
You're
have to,
allowing them back into the home.
you're allowing them back into
I
their
get it.
lives, but you're not
You're not
even
keeping
being
them safe.
exposed to the
Everything.
mental illness part of it is not teaching them what's normal and acceptable and how to be like and you know, so they're being exposed to that and they're out here, you know, causing alarm. Yeah. But
So do you have a phone number?
but they're
for
scared.
somebody I can contact?
I don't know if I have his number. I'm trying to think of my neighbor's number. His name would be Albert.
I am so curious what they left behind
It is
to
like
move
right
out
next
here.
door.
Did you want to see him at all?
Yeah, I didn't know if you guys had already taken
No,
him or
he's
not.
here, so let's
Okay.
do that so
Yep,
we can
yep.
get that
I thought he
facilitated.
already left and I was gonna
And
meet him.
you just unlock your car. I'm gonna
Yeah.
go over there with her real quick.
It's right there.
Okay. Kind of take some time to figure out who could possibly be a safety bonder, okay? And as soon as I'm done talking to him, I'll come back, okay?
The deputy and case investigator speak with Quick's husband, William, for about 20 minutes. Once they return, they inform the deputies they can take him to the hospital.
I want to go ahead and get him going. So can you transfer to him and articulate or do your paperwork real quick and give it to him so he can go? Paper.
Transport him over.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That way he's got all the information for the case.
Okay,
And then
cool.
we can leave him here to finish.
Okay,
If you're good with that.
Yeah.
And get you going.
I'll do that.
Okay. So just transfer to him and come back to wherever you
Okay.
You want to take a message?
It's up to you.
I'll take an estimate.
She said they're gonna be perfect.
I don't know. Is that bud?
No, I
Oh,
don't.
jeez.
She's gonna be both.
I thought this was about to take a turn.
Hopefully that's what she said.
I'm gonna pull my car just up around.
Do you want us to do the paperwork now? Do you want us to do the paperwork over there so you can just print it in your car? You want me to do it in my car?
Man, they left
If you can do the paperwork,
Even the
without me,
procedural
just
stuff,
Baker
man.
Act, and if you
Interesting.
want, you can just email it to me or print it out, and while I switch him over.
Yeah, I'll do it and print it out.
Okay.
It's like a third
He's on
of
the
your
other side
professional
of the-
conversations is how you're going to handle
He's
the
not gonna be too
paperwork
bad.
and who needs to
We
do
can just
what.
work with it. And I'll just do it and email it to you so you don't have to sit here and wait.
Okay.
I do always think it's a little funny. People assume that like cops or CPS or whoever it is want to come mess with you. If you understood how much extra paperwork that would cause, you might have a better understanding of how little, not all, but most of those kinds of professionals really want to do that stuff with you. It's not like you might
My
think.
name's Stevie Larson with the Sheriff's Office. You're gonna go sit in my car for just a second. Okay. And we're gonna go from there. Help you out. Okay. Hold on to you so you don't fall. You got it.
Yeah, I'm good.
I will say, I get what she's saying about disheveled. He looks like he's putting some amount of effort in still. He is sweaty, but it's Florida.
I'm just gonna make sure.
Oh, you said belly?
Yeah, just real quick for me.
Yeah, I think you got everything.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll bring your stuff in here in a second.
Alrighty. Go ahead, just take a seat for me real quick. We're good from there.
And I'm happy to see, while it sounds like, he is certainly verbalizing his feelings and things about the reality that he's currently living in, I'm not seeing like physical acting out or physical violence or anything. Not to say that that can't happen, but I am happy to see that that's not what's happening here. Or at least it doesn't seem like it so far. I can always be wrong.
That's all he had.
Your phone, is it?
That's his.
Okay.
And I checked the bag already and the wallet.
Gotta disinfect. I'm curious then if he's got perhaps the unwashed odor that you can't see on a screen. That does definitely happen, unfortunately. It's one of those things, you know it when you smell it. I've always referred to it as the smell of neglect. It's when it's offered to children, frequently it's a result of parental neglect, but individuals, adults can neglect themselves to that level as well.
Ask her, but I don't believe so. You just go ask her, just in case. You know what? I'll deal with it. I'll pull one. If you want me to pull another one, I'll pull another case number.
So I think it's going to be 2 case numbers. I'll transport them, and then I'll call in just a second. Just talk to that guy.
Parents, you guys have any more emergency?
Are you going to email it to me or are you going to print it out?
It's up to you. Do you want to wait for it?
So much procedure.
I'll start it that way if you want.
Okay, so I'll email it to you.
Did you pull up any history on her yet or no?
Yeah, I
Did you find out where Deputy Hammond was out there like a week ago? She was telling me about
A week ago, they had a law enforcement interaction.
And 2 guys, so I don't know if it was Helinski with the trainee or if it was Helinski and Bloom, but I'm assuming.
The guys seem like they know what they're doing. I mean, I don't think it was a trainee, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Now I really want to know about
I
that.
just wanted to see if they did a report when they were there a week ago, or did they give you a case number or anything, or no?
No, I think they
What did they
just
say
came out.
to you? Like,
They just came out and they just talked to me and just wanted to see what was going on and just assess the situation.
you think it was a week ago?
Maybe a week
Was
and a
that
half,
off
maybe
of like a
closer to 2
welfare
weeks
check
ago.
call, or
Yeah.
did
All right,
somebody
I'm gonna
call an
know you're about.
incident in? I'm curious. Cops don't usually just show up at your house just to see
so
what's
the call
going
last
on.
week was for the same matter. He was.
For the same thing. It was for the same.
But who called? Did you call?
Yeah, he went up the street. He was
And that was in your address, right?
Yeah. He was ranting and walking up the street. A neighbor overheard him. My boy was following behind him, and my boy was saying, "I want to go back to mom. I want to go back to mom. Help me!" While I'm behind. I'm down the street. I see them walking up the street. He wants to come back down with me, and so he started yelling, "Help!" I'm down the street, so I'm just waving him down. I said, "Come on!" And a neighbor overheard this and said, "Is that a kid calling for help?" And so then they called the police, and then it became a whole big thing.
Yeah, not surprised they called them.
And he was ranting and raving and doing his thing. I just really hope he gets help.
What they told you that day?
Well, due to my circumstance, they just they didn't write a case number, they didn't write a report, they just kind of left it be. Yeah. There wasn't any charges, there wasn't any action.
Did they talk to him?
Yeah, they talked to him. They didn't. It was the guy officers talking to him. I was talking to the female officer, but
The one with the blue eyes?
yeah, the one, I believe she had blue eyes, yeah. I was talking to her one-on-one, so I don't know what was spoken between the guy officer and my husband. But they were talking about getting help for him and taking him somewhere. So I guess today's the day, so.
While one of the deputies steps away,
Interesting.
Quick confirms she's pregnant with another child on the way.
How far are you?
From here?
No, in the On your term, you're pregnant.
I just entered my 16th week.
Third
So
month?
I'm due in October.
October? So I guess y'all doesn't know yet what it is.
A boy.
A boy? Do you have a name?
No,
No?
no. I just started looking.
I have 3 daughters.
Oh boy. Yeah, boys are a whole nother ballgame. Like my boy and my girl are
Wow, I'll
two
never
different.
find out. Because I ain't trying again.
Well, I didn't think I was gonna have a baby either, because my boy's 7.
Yeah, surprise.
But you know,
I'll have
I'm
a
getting up there in age now. You know, I'm almost 40, so I was like, I just.
still young.
The age of the kids makes a big difference too, right? A 7-year-old and a 10-year-old, even if they have been raised non-traditionally, like it sounds like these kids might have been, they've got a certain ability or a certain level of ability to protect
Yeah, I have a
themselves,
7-year-old,
like
a
removing
3-year-old,
themselves from scary
and
situations,
11-month-old.
or, you know, getting
gonna be a year
themselves
this
maybe
month.
something to eat, assuming that there's food available, that kind of thing. Infants, babies, they have none of that. They're completely dependent on their caregiver for everything. So the fact that she is, that not just she, that they are introducing an
Oh, yeah.
infant into this
Yeah,
situation
already.
makes it
Every
much
now
more
and then.
dangerous
Thank
for
God my
that
wife
new baby.
get them the ones that just get removed with water. So they paint it, they'll paint it, and I'll just go watch it. They'll put makeup on my face.
I know it seems
Classic.
small, but this is an important part of working
Of course,
with people too, whether it's
They are
policing or
daddy's girls, so they
social
have
work
it.
or
The only one
whatever.
that is not that close to me yet
Building
is my baby.
rapport with people
Because she's still attached to mom.
is
Give her time.
crucial.
Yeah.
Give her time.
The other
And sometimes that comes through small talk
Totally.
about random stuff that has
right
nothing
now,
to do
I
with
have a
what's
really
going
bad
on.
neck pain and shoulder pain. I can barely move my neck.
I like this
And it's
officer.
because my 3-year-old, she sleep with me. And last night, she was sick. So she was sleeping with me all night. And she sleep bad. Huge bad. And now I'm paying the consequences.
Scared me. Give me your keys. I'm gonna have Cheryl drive your car back down to work. Okay? And then we'll figure out everything else
We can
after
drop, you
this.
can go to my house. Just drop off at my house.
The thing is, Cheryl's got to get back to work. So I'm gonna stay here with you.
But they're not going to take my car over there, are they?
No, no.
Okay.
Cheryl, you'll be fine. The managers will know. They won't call cops or nothing on it. That way she can take care of that.
I have to get something out of the car.
That's fine.
You need to walk with me to the car?
Is this one of her coworkers? Because if so, or like her manager, this lady's incredible. Because it could very well have ended up in a situation where the car winds up getting towed. So even just helping with that
It's gonna
makes a
keep getting
difference.
Yes, I hear you on that. Listen, I was up there last week, 3 days in a row, and it was beautiful out every single day. This week, I ain't going out there.
Yeah.
If there are any cops in Florida watching, let me know. Can you drive a golf cart as a personal vehicle in Florida out just on the streets? I know it became a whole thing in Texas,
Hey, Chris, since you're still...
or at least in the area where I live.
I got to run Chris down into Bellevue by Lake William and let him pick up money and pay his
That's
rent.
our
And then
truck,
I'll
just
come
letting you
back.
know. Where your cop car's parked in the spot.
Which one?
On the street, he's gonna back up right where
You
it is.
need me to move mine?
Yes, please.
I'll move it.
Okay. So
I'll be back in just a second, okay?
When the deputy returns, authorities inform Quick that she's being placed under arrest.
So what's happening? Okay, is I get you're in a really difficult situation.
And she is.
One of my contact people actually just arrived. She brought somebody with her to take the car over to the Crackwell parking lot so that it's at least I know where it's at.
And she's that.
Donna.
Donna.
That's Donna.
Okay.
She'll be back to get me home. So if you want to talk to her or whatever.
Well,
That's what we're going to explain to you. This is what's going to happen right now. You're actually going to be arrested.
What?
Yep. And I'm going to explain to you what's going on. Okay. But
Yeah,
first, you're going to go with this officer, and then we'll give you more information.
Turn around. I'm gonna take
it
this
is unfortunate because she is in a difficult situation, especially with not just his mental health. It sounds like they're pretty isolated. She's the one working, she's providing for the family. It is a tough situation. At the same time, even in tough situations, we all make choices, right? And the choice that she made continued to leave her children in an unsafe situation. Even if it's with their father, that does not mean that they were safe. So, unfortunately, I can absolutely understand why they would choose to make an arrest at this point.
Are you authorizing them to, if they pass the background, to give your kids to this person?
Yeah, I don't
Will
know.
she take them, and is she ready for them?
Option. I mean, the other option is they would provide
Yeah.
the home,
Yeah, I
foster
do.
care and family.
Yeah,
Would they be able to keep your children long term?
I don't know.
Okay.
But I had to
Where is
one
she
that
at
lives.
so she can talk to me? I was gonna say I need.
She's coming back to get me.
But she's not here yet.
She's well, she should be here.
Any minute. Okay. Hold this up, this yours. Take it over. We're gonna go to this car right here, and then when we get to the car, I'm gonna explain everything else. I'll take that. Do you have anything on you? Like in your pockets or anything?
My wallet, my keys,
When we get over
my
here,
headphones.
I'll get that. So let's go to the car.
Up that way. Stand there facing my door.
We don't have any needles or anything.
No, I don't have needles now. I was getting a lighter that was
I'm just gonna pat you down. Spread your legs for me. Anything in your shoes?
no, nothing in my shoes.
Stand back here. Take a seat over here.
It is always hard to me to watch a pregnant mom get arrested. That's an awful situation to be put in.
Do you turn up?
He cannot care for these kids. He cannot be left in charge of these kids. He can only be in their life if he can not cause mental or physical or emotional harm to them. If he's doing those things, he cannot be the caregiver for sure right now. And if he was on medication and mentally stable and getting the help he needed, that'd be totally different. But you're leaving him in this care knowing this has been an ongoing problem, that he's getting progressively worse, that we've got people calling because your kids are in distress being left with him.
Yeah. It's a hard conversation to have with the parent, but the reality
You've
is
got to be independent. We can get
you cannot,
shelter.
even if it's
you can
a biological
they can be at
parent,
school,
you
or at least
can't
they're getting food throughout
just
the day, and they're
leave
getting,
your kids with someone
They have to have baths
because
daily.
of who they are. It has to be someone who will also take care of them and meet their needs and do
You
the things that they
you
need.
haven't done anything to try to improve.
Not all biological parents are capable of doing that in the same
You
way,
haven't done
and so
anything to try to
sometimes
improve that situation.
they just can't have that level of access for safety reasons. It's just not safe.
You've got to physically provide you, not him. I've already determined he's not
He
competent.
has the mental health issue. If you
that has
don't,
already
you're the
happened
one in
until now.
charge
You've had a
here,
chance to-
and you have to make sure those needs
So
are
are you
met.
saying you don't know how to be a parent? Because that's what I mean.
You were given resources. You were given the Florida Hope program. You gave them the FISC evaluation that he started going. They did discuss to you about school, and you disclosed that you didn't want them in there because of school shootings and COVID.
Okay, so she's got other
So the resources
arguments
were given
for
to
not
you,
schooling
you
the
chose
children,
not to
which
take
makes me
them.
think they've never been schooled, which is
You basically
a
made them
huge concern,
so at this
especially
point,
at their ages.
How how would you expect
Their
how
lives
do you
would be
expect
easier by
Leanne
having the kids
to
in
be an
school,
adult in
realistically.
8 years and be able to survive on her own? What have you given her? She can't do she can you've already had these chances to get them the help you needed. You didn't reach out and get your own help. You've got
You turned your own help down. You can hear the emotion in her voice, even though we can't see her.
You have to provide for your kids first, and that may mean staying.
It is
in
an
a shelter
emotional situation.
if you can't get the
without
help you need
question.
somewhere else. You can't stay in the woods in a bus and get help. I mean, people can't drive you to and from work there. They can't do that to help you. You've got to make steps for yourself to get the help that you need. You can't expect everybody to do for you.
Is your car mail?
I'm just going to pause to say there, obviously, we're almost to the end of this video, fortunately. Poverty alone does not make children inherently unsafe. It adds complexities, it adds a lot of difficulties, but poverty alone is not a reason for kids to not be with their families. If you've got access to things like fresh water and, even if they're not on-site utilities, the utilities that we need for basic living, there are still paths to make children safe. So I am not immediately, just because they're talking about living in the bus and living on the land, that alone would not be an issue to me necessarily, but in combination with all of the other factors that they've got going on, if I were the professional in this situation, I would not believe these children were safe either. I don't see a path to safety being created here without outside intervention.
No, what it is no. Oh, I'm sorry.
Sorry for everybody, yeah.
They have to be fed on a regular basis. You have to provide them those meals. Okay, but you have to sit and provide them a structured meal that is nutritious for them to keep them alive and healthy. You have to provide schooling, and the state of Florida is required that you provide it and that they're tested, and so that they actually have a chance in the future. You can't just go off of a book or some online thing.
ABC Mouse.
You have to do a structured program approved by the state of Florida. Or they have to go to school. Okay. You also have to bathe them daily. They can't go to bed dirty like they are. That's full of germs and it's not helpful. That's not taking care of their health. I'm sorry? But you've got to provide for them. They are acting very scared today.
I don't think it's critical because we're here as an outside observer. We don't need to see these children to understand what's going on. My CPS inner person really wants to lay eyes on the kids and see physically and mentally how they're doing directly.
Exactly. He can't provide care, but you should know that. You should have known
She's
that.
demonstrated that she does know that, unfortunately.
He's not though. So this is going to be the lesson to you, and this is going to be what you're going to have to choose, and you're going to have to decide between having him continue to do this, and you continue to leave him, or you be with him, or your kids. Like, you've got to make a choice.
Unfortunately, that's what it comes down to. It is not an easy choice to make. It's a harder choice to make than you might think for a lot of people.
Cassie Quick was taken off to jail and charged with child neglect. Online records show
not
Cassie
something
Quick
that you
is
can
still behind
ignore.
bars at the Marion County
It's
Jail.
just not.
Her bond was set at $15,000. Her next court date is slated for June 11th. As for her husband, it's unclear if he's still being evaluated, but her children are in the care of Quick's friend. Reporting for Law and Crime, I'm Elizabeth Milner.
I'm curious if they were able to confirm that officially, that the children were still in the friend's care. If so, that's helpful, even though we have to do whatever we need to do in order to keep kids safe, and that can look like a lot of different things. The state, regardless of what state it is a bad parent. They should not be raising children that they don't have to. So if there are other people who can step in and do that safely, that's what they need. If this is something y'all are interested in continuing to do with me, please let me know in the comments down below. It's a long time care of mine. It's something that I'm passionate about, even if it's not a field that I directly work in anymore. It doesn't just like leave your spirit just because you leave the job. So if you do want to see more of this, leave a like, leave a comment, let me know so that I know to make more of this kind of thing. Please subscribe, like, share, do all the things down below. And as always,
Jesus and I love you, Joe.
Jesus and I love you too, Lise.
Jesus and I love you. Later, y'all.